Imagine a story where the underdog rises to the challenge of the giants, a tale of grit. In the 2019-2020 NBA season, this was the story about Oklahoma City, led by none other than the legendary Chris Paul. Okay, I made that sound way too dramatic, but CP3 just retired, calling the end to a Hall of Fame 21-year career. And while his best years were with other squads, Paul is a building block for what we see today in the reigning champs. After trading away all their superstars, the Thunder seemed poised for a rebuild. They finally separated with Russell Westbrook, who was the final member from the iconic Big Three of Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Westbrook. Paul George got traded to the Clippers, who many think is the most lopsided trade of all time. A good thing if you're a Thunder fan, but at the time it was the scary start of a complete rebuild. Yet, with Chris Paul in charge of the squad, a rebuild would have to wait another year. Against the odds, the Thunder defied every expectation. Their ESPN preseason odds to make the playoffs was 0.2%. Still, under Chris Paul's leadership, they achieved an impressive 44-28 record, clinching the 5th seed in a competitive Western Conference, and Chris Paul averaged 17.6 points, 6.7 assists, and 5 rebounds, weaving magic on the court when it mattered most. But it was not just about the numbers, because his greatest contribution was his mentorship, especially to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Lou Dort. Paul helped transform SGA into a force to be reckoned with, as Shai averaged 19 points, 5.9 rebounds, and 3.3 assists. Even now, the two have a close relationship and speak highly of each other. Chris was really the first person to show me what it meant to be a professional, Shai told ESPN in 2025. He just had a get better mentality in every way. The two were a dynamic duo on a squad that was expected to do literally nothing. Now, the playoffs were upon them. Facing the Houston Rockets, the Thunder were battle ready. Chris Paul delivered a strong performance in Game 6, scoring 28 points and pushing the Rockets to a decisive Game 7. As we know, the Thunder fell just short in Game 7, ending their Cinderella run, but it was something to be proud of nonetheless. Beyond the stats and despite the short-lived playoff run, Chris Paul built a culture of resilience, a team bound by trust and communication. His influence was felt throughout the locker room. See what Chris Paul said about OKC in this interview with Sloane Knows.
That year in OKC was probably one of the most important years in my career. I got a chance to sort of reinvent myself, but Shai, Bays, Schroeder, Steven Adams, all them guys on that team sort of helped me like fall back in love with the game. Not that I fell out of love with it, but just seeing Shai and being my teammate and now seeing how his game has just gone to a whole nother level, I'd be so happy for him.
As Chris Paul steps away from the court, his 2019-2020 season with the Thunder lit a path for future champions. Oklahoma fans will always respect CP3 for what he contributed to the team during that season. Oh, and for the years New Orleans had to relocate to OKC. Happy retirement to one of the greatest point guards of all time.
To the team, to Sam Presti, Billy Donovan, the training staff, everybody, man, and coming there, obviously a lot of people try to count us out, counted me out, and all I can say is I'll never forget it. To Oklahoma City, thank you guys. To Kobe, you behind the camera, Matt, everybody that made this experience what it was. I hate that it ended as early as it did, but Oklahoma City will always have a special place in my heart. And as y'all know, go Thunder, Thunder up.